Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell, bringing you Kansas City Packers baseball. Keep your windows open and let the baseball in. We've got plenty of action here on WAPBA. Today we're coming to you from Indianapolis, where the hometown Hoosiers will host on their own turf. Overall, they now stand at 3-2. Game number 3 of 3 here in Indianapolis. The Hoosiers have won 1 and lost 1. The Hoosiers take the field here in the first. Defensively for Indianapolis. Carr at first base. Laporte at second. Esmond, the shortstop. McKechnie at third. Across the outfield, in left, it's Shear. In center, Hoff. And over in right, Campbell. Raritan is behind the plate. And on the mound for the Hoosiers, the right-handed Keiserling. Now, this is Keiserling's second start of the season. No wins. 1 loss. He's coming off a loss. After 1 game, his ERA at 5.79. He will be facing Packers starter right-hander Harris. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Chadburn leading off the first. So far at the plate, hitting at 190. He has walked once. Keiserling will go to work on him. Here's a pitch. High and inside, ball 1. Chadburn stands in again. Keiserling gets set to pitch. The delivery from Keiserling. Chadburn tries to drag one, but Keiserling is able to reach it. Shovels the Carr, hustling back, and that's all for Chadburn. Easterly is the next hitter. That batting average speaks for itself. His 8 hits put him at 400. Easterly knows how to get on base. Ted waits. Keiserling focuses in on the target. Keiserling comes to the plate. Ground ball to Carr. Right between his legs. Easterly is digging. Carr is after the ball. Picks it up. And he has no play. Easterly ends up at second. That's a 2-base error. E3. For Kansas City, Easterly on second, 1 away. Here's Kenworthy. Slow start from Duke. Duke hitting 200. The slugger stands in. Keiserling put on the rubber, cradles the ball in his glove, and waits. Keiserling looking in at the target. Keiserling looks back at Easterly on second. The delivery bounced slowly up the middle. Esmond can't reach it. Neither can Laporte. It's through. Easterly is around third. They're waving Easterly in, and he scores. As the throw comes into second, Kenworthy holds it first for the single. So Kenworthy with a ribby single, and the Packers go ahead by a run, 1-0 first inning. That gives Kenworthy 3 RBI on the season. Next up, Kansas City hitter Stovall. There's no telling what George can do at the plate. Kenworthy pawing the ground at first. Batter waits. Right-hander Keiserling ready. Kenworthy going with a pitch. Hit the Shear in deep left. He's after it. Plenty of room. And he takes it in. And that's the second out. Kenworthy scampers back to first. Packers hitter Herring. A sure hitter on the season. 5 for 16. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked twice. George steps up. Keiserling poised. And a pitch. Herring swings and rolls it to the right side. Laporte feels it, throws quickly to first, and they get him by a hair, and the side is retired. For the Packers, a run on 1 hit. The Hoosiers fumble once, 1 left. So they have 1 in the bank. Packers 1, Hoosiers coming up. For the Packers, overall they now stand at 1 wins and 4 losses. On the league leaderboards, let's see. They're 7th in batting at 213. 4th in homers with no. The Packers take the field here in the first. Let's see. Mack has set his opening slate. Stovall at first base. Kenworthy at second. Goodwin the shortstop. Herring at third. Across the outfield in left is Kruger. In center, Chadburn. And over in right, Gilmore. Easterly is behind the plate, and the Kansas City mound artist. The starboard-sided Harris. This is Harris' second start of the season. His record 0-1. On his last outing, he lost. After 1 game, his ERA at 13.5. Campbell will get it started for the Hoosiers. He's a port-sider. So far, batting .429. He has 3 RBIs. He's walked twice and is 25 trips. Easterly sets up. The pitch comes in. Swung on, smashed toward the gap in right center. Chadburn is racing back. Hits over his head, off the wall. He's chasing it down. Campbell hits second on the full steam, and he puts on the brakes. The coach is holding him up. Double for Campbell. Here's McKechnie to hit for the Hoosiers. Campbell on second. No outs. Down by 1. He's been struggling so far. Batting .174. Harris on the rubber. Easterly crouched down now. Campbell moves quietly toward third. He's on with a leadoff double. The pitch. McKechnie gets this one in the air. On the infield, the shortstop Goodwin drifts over behind second base to make the catch. 1 away. For Indianapolis, Campbell on second. 1 out. It's now off the bat. He's hitting .500. He has 2 RBIs. He has not walked once. Campbell at second can go to warp speed. Harris on the rubber. The ball's hidden in his mitt. Glances back at the runner. Speedy Campbell edging toward third. The pitch. That's skied to right center. Medium deep. Chadburn roams over. He calls. Can of corn. Campbell held up, and now he tags, but they'll hold him there as the ball is fired back in. For Indianapolis, 2 gone. Campbell down at second. Laporte the hit. Some success so far, hitting a solid .286. Batter waits. Right-hander Harris ready. Harris working on Campbell to hold him close. Harris comes to the plate, popped high to the right side. Drifting foul. Stovall is backing up. Second baseman Kenworthy is racing over. He's calling him off and makes the running catch. 3 down. For the Hoosiers, no runs on 1 hit. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. The score still 1-0. Hoosiers trail. The Packers will have Kruger, Gilmore, and Goodwin here in the second. Kruger will lead off the second. You can't afford to take him too lightly. To date, at bat, only 1 for 18. He's due. He has yet to walk. Kruger steps in. Raritan ready to receive. The pitch. Lofted to left. It's playable. Shear drifts over. He's under it. And makes the catch. 1 away. One away. Second inning. Gilmore's up. Gilmore good at the plate. So far, 3 for 17. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked once. Gilmore gets in there. Now Keiseling ready. Keiseling kicks and deals. Gilmore got under it. It's drifting near the stands past first. Carr is there. He has it. 2 down. Goodwin is the next hitter. Pep has a lot to prove on the season. 4 hits in 17 trips. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked once. Keiseling looking home. Keiseling comes to him. Fastball, high drive. Shear is going back. It's playable. He's under it. And he pulls it in. 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway through the second. Packers stop 1-0. Shear, Esmond, and Carr due up for Indianapolis. Here's Shear to start it off. Batting .250. Shear settles himself in the box. Right-handed Harris goes to the set position. Harris brings it. He goes the other way. Blooper to left center. Toward the gap. Chadburn runs in on it. Goodwin is backing up. It drops in, and Shear is on at first with a base hit. Now coming up, Esmond. So far this season, he's hitting .211. He has 4 RBIs. He's walked twice in his 21 trips. Swift-footed Shear at first. Easterly ready to receive. Throw to first. He's back. Harris gets the ball back. Now he's set again. Now the delivery. Bang to right. And it drops. Gilmore takes it on the hop. Shear is around second. But the third base coach has his arms in the air. And they hold Shear up as the throw comes in. The Hoosiers put 2 singles back to back. No outs. Second inning. 2 on. The bottom of the second inning. Next up, Carr. So far, he's hitting .235. He has 3 RBIs. He has walked once. Carr relaxes himself at the plate. Harris climbs a mound. Catcher Easterly sets his target. Harris fires it in. Inside, ball 1. Carr ready to take on Harris again. Harris put on the rubber. Checks Shear at second. The runners take their lead. The pitch. It's a shot to left center. Base hit. Kruger is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Shear is around third. Esmond is around second. They're waving Shear in. Shear scores. They're holding Esmond at second as the throw comes into second. So Carr with a ribby single, and the Hoosiers have tied this game. That gives Carr 4 RBI on the season. All right, Raritan walks up. He bats right. Runners at first and second. No out. Score tied. Batting .71. Bill has 1 RBI on the season. Raritan steps up to the plate. Harris on the rubber. The ball's hidden in his mitt. Checks the runners. The pitch. high fly ball to left. Kruger moves under it, taps his glove, and brings it down. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. For Indianapolis, Esmond on second, Carr on first, one down, score tied. The bottom of the second inning. Keiserling up to hit. George ready. Harris sets up on the rubber again. Harris set. He breathes deeply, exhales. Infield looking for the bunt. The runners take their lead. He brings it in. It's a shot down the line to right, into the corner. Esmond rounds third. He'll score. Carr will score. Keiserling's heading for third. Here comes a relay. Safe. The leather missed him. Triple for Keiserling. So 2 runs are plated on Keiserling's first triple. That was pitcher Keiserling who delivered, helping himself. And the Hoosiers go ahead by 2, 3-1, second inning. And that's his first hit this season. 1 away, second inning, 1 on. We have Campbell to bat for the Hoosiers. He bats from the left side. He's their leadoff hitter. Catcher ready. Packers playing for the out at first. Looks at third. The pitch. Lofted to left field. Not deep. Kruger playing him just right, and he puts it away. Keiserling is tagging, but they're holding him at third. McKechnie is out to take his hacks. 2 down, runner third. Batter set. Right-hander Harris ready. Keiserling takes his lead at third. The pitch from Harris gets grounded into the hole. Scooped by Goodwin. The throw to first. And he's gone. That'll do it for Indianapolis. 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 left. Indianapolis goes out in front. Packers behind the Hoosiers. 3-1. Harris, Chadburn, and Easterly to bat next. Harris to lead it off for the Packers. At the plate this season, he's 1 for 2. Harris stands in. Raritan set. Now Keiserling comes home with it. That's batted to the right side. Carr feels it. And he beats Harris to first. 1 down. Base is empty. 1 away. We have Chadburn coming up to hit. He stands in. Keiserling prepares to come home. Keiserling into the wind. Another wide one. Ball 4. And Chadburn heads down to first. We have Easterly to bat for the Packers. 1 gone. Runner on first for Kansas City. Right-hander Keiserling ready. Now Keiserling pitches. Ouch! Caught him in the leg. He couldn't get out of the way. He's rubbing that leg. Easterly's in pain, but he seems to be okay. And he trots down to first. The Packers have 1 out. Runners at first and second. Down by 2. Kenworthy will bat next for Kansas City. The slugger stands in. Keiserling sets up on the rubber again. Checks Chadburn at second. The runners take their lead. Now the pitch. Chopping ground ball up the middle. Esmond is over. Could be 2. Flips to Laporte at second. Over to first. Not in time. Chadburn moves to third. Packers with Chadburn at third. Kenworthy at first. 2 gone. The top of the 3rd inning. Kansas City now sends Stovall to bat from the right. He bats cleanup. He has not driven in a run this season. An opportunity here for his first. George steps up. Pitcher Keiserling set to go. The pitch. Check swing. He held up, and he walks. The bases are loaded. That was Thoval's first walk of the season. 2 away. Bases choked toward Kansas City. Here's Herring. Respectable power. George has driven home 2 runs for the season. Herring preparing himself. Keiserling stretches his arms above his head. Herring takes his place in the box. Now ready. Keiserling is on the slab. The runners take their lead. He delivers. Schmoke to right. Base hit. Chadbourne scores. Kenworthy is around third. They're waving him home. 2-run score. Wait a minute. What's this? Keiserling steps off the rubber. Throws to McKechnie. There's an appeal at third, and he's out. Kenworthy missed third base. That's the third out. Neither run counts. For the Packers, no runs on no hits. 2 men left on base. An opportunity wasted. The score is still 3-1. Indianapolis. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kansas City will now face the heart of the Hoosiers lineup. Toth, Laporte, and Scheer coming up. Here's Toth to lead it off. He's a left-handed batter. Harris ready. Harris now. Spanked sharply to Herring. Brutal bounce. The quick throw across the diamond got him for the first out. One gone, 3rd inning. Right-handed batter Laporte steps up to face Harris. Laporte now ready. Easterly sets up. Harris kicks and deals. Cut on, ripped to right center. Gilmore gallops for it, but he cuts it off. Laporte wisely holds first. One out. Laporte on at first toward Indianapolis. Here's Scheer. Harris steps off to bring Laporte back to the bag. Now he's back on the rubber, still eyeing Laporte. Al ready. Harris staring in, ready to work. Quick move to the plate. Swung on, and it's pulled hard to right. Base hit. Gilmore's got a long way to go. He's there. Laporte rounds third. The throw comes into Goodwin. They're holding Laporte at third, and Scheer is in standing with a double. That's Scheer's second hit of the game. We have Desmond coming up to hit for Indianapolis. 2 on, first base is open. 1 down. Jimmy waits. Harris will go to work on him. Infield deep. Laporte at third with his arms out, crouched. Harris with the pitch. 1 hopper back to Harris. He picked it. He'll go to first. 2 down. Laporte has to hold third. Fine play. Runners at second and third. 2 gone. The bottom of the 3rd inning. Carr the hit. The batter stands in. Now Harris ready. The runners take their lead. The pitch. It's lined hard to left center. Chadbourne is racing back. It's in there for a hit. Chadbourne cuts it off in the gap. Laporte scores. Scheer is well around third. They're waving Scheer in, and he scores. Carr holds it first for the single as the throw comes into second. So the single drives in 2, and the Hoosiers now lead 5-1. Here comes Raritan to take his cuts. Batter set. Harris will go to work on him. Big hole on the right side. Carr takes a good lead. The pitch. Grounded hard to Goodwin. This should do it. Over to first. And that's out number 3. That'll do it for Indianapolis. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 left. So the Hoosiers now with a safer margin. 3 complete here in Indianapolis. Packers down 5-1. Kansas City due up. For Kansas City here in the 4th. Kruger, Gilmore, and Goodwin. Kruger to lead it off. Batter waits. Raritan sets up. He cranks and fires. Slow bounder to the right side. Laporte is there. He juggles it. Drops the ball. And Kruger is safe at first. Laporte picks up an error. 2 errors now for Indianapolis. Gilmore coming up. Keiserling set. The pitch. Bounce past Keiserling. Esmond is over. He stabs for it. He bobbles it. Throws quickly to first. And he's safe. The throw skips by Carr. He's after it. Kruger moves easily to third. Gilmore never made the turn towards second and has to settle for first. That should be an error on Esmond. And it is E6. And that's the third error for the Hoosiers. All right, Packers with runners at the corners, no outs. Goodwin the hit. Pep has 2 RBIs this season. He rarely strikes out. He stands in. Catcher Raritan sets his target. Infield deep. Here's a pitch. Ground ball to first. Carr's up with it. Goes to second for 1. Back to first for 2. Not in time. And a run scores. And the Packers get another one back. Score now 5-2. Runner on first. 1 down. Harris is stepping up to hit against Keiserling. Batter facing Keiserling. Right-hander Keiserling. Ready. Infield back at double play depth. Now the delivery. He goes the opposite way. And it's through. Base hit right field. Campbell retrieves it. Goodwin rounds second and holds. Okay. Chadbourne now walks out to bat. He bats left-handed. Runners at first and second. 1 down. Chadbourne stands in. Keiserling focuses in on the target. Now he comes home with it. Swung on, and it's a hard line to Laporte. Caught. And the runners hold. Here's Easterly. 2 away. Goodwin at second. Harris at first for Kansas City. Still after his first RBI this season. Easterly waiting. Keiserling set. The runners take their lead. The pitch to Easterly. Swung on. It's a fly ball to the gap in right. Campbell is racing over. But he won't get it. It's to the wall. Goodwin scores. Harris is around third. They're waving Harris in. Esmond will relay. And he scores. Easterly holds second with a double. As the throw comes back in. So 2-run score on Easterly's double. And the Packers get within 1. And this crowd is suddenly paying attention. For Easterly, his first double of the season. For Kansas City, 2 outs, 1 on. Now Kenworthy to face Keiserling. Easterly a few steps off second. The slugger stands in. Right-handed Keiserling goes to the set position. Here he comes. And it's popped up in front of the plate. Raritan waves off McKechnie. And he makes the catch. Side retired. That'll do it for Kansas City. 3 runs on 2 hits. The Hoosiers committed 2 errors. They leave 1. They do some damage, and now they trail by only 1. Hoosiers leading by 1. 5-4, and we'll go to the home half. Keiserling, Campbell, and McKechnie to bat next. Keiserling leading it off. Harris is ready to fire it in. The pitch. Keiserling laces it into the gap in right. It's a tweener to the wall. And Keiserling pulls into second base standing up. Second hit for Keiserling in the game. For Keiserling, his first double of the season. No outs. 4th inning. 1 on. Campbell the hit. Easterly sets up. Speedy Keiserling edging toward third. He doubled to lead it off. Harris fires it in. Lined hard over second. Chadburn is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Keiserling is around third. The throw comes into Stovall, and they're holding Keiserling at third. Second safety for Campbell. 10th hit for the Hoosiers. Two on. McKechnie the hit. Bill has 1 RBI on the season. He rarely strikes out. Harris is on the slab, cradles the ball in his glove, and waits. Harris comes set. Infield is back. The runners take their lead. Harris steps off the rubber. He fakes the throw. Now the pitcher's back on the rubber. Harris kicks and delivers. Base hit right field. Keiserling trots home. Gilmore is after it. Now he has it. He comes up throwing. Campbell is well around second. The coach is waving him to third, and he gets over to third as the throw comes into Goodwin. So the single drives in 1, and the Hoosiers add to their lead. This ball game now 6-4. Next up, 2 on, second base is open. No one out. Benny has driven home 2 runs for the season. He's a contact hitter. Harris staring in, ready to work. Infield deep. Harris now, slow chopper toward short. Campbell is headed home. Goodwin is over. He'll go to first and gets him. But the run scores, and McKechnie moves to second. And the Hoosiers now lead 7-4, and Pop now has 3 runs batted in on the season. We have right-handed Laporte to bat for the Hoosiers. Runner on second, 1 gone. Now Harris ready. McKechnie stretches his lead off second. Here's the pitch. Laporte sends this ball airmail to left. Kruger lopes after it. Should be no trouble. And he makes the catch. McKechnie is tagging, but they'll hold him there as the ball is fired back in. For Indianapolis, runner on second, 2 away. The next Hoosiers batter is Cheer. He's a left-handed batter. Harris will go to work on him. Harrison looks back at McKechnie on second. He lets one go. Base hit right field. It drops in front of Gilmore. He has to play the long bounce. McKechnie is around third. They're waving McKechnie in, and he scores. As the throw comes into second, Cheer holds it first for the single. So the single drives in 1, and the Hoosiers add to their lead. This ball game now 8-4. Esmond is up next. Batter facing Harris. Harris now set. The pitch. Esmond bruises one, heading for the gap in left center. But Kruger flags it down on the first bounce. Cheer is around second. But the third base coach is on the job. Cheer stops at second as the throw comes in. The Hoosiers put 2 singles back-to-back. That's Esmond's second hit of the game. And that's the Hoosiers' 13th hit. Carr coming up. Charlie has driven home 6 runs for the season. Right-handed Harris goes to the set position. The runners take their lead. Here's the delivery. It's a shot to left center. Base hit. Kruger is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Cheer is well around third. Esmond is rounding second. They're waving Cheer in. Cheer scores. They're holding Esmond with second as the throw comes into second. So Carr with a ribby single, and the Hoosiers add to their lead. It's now 9-4 ball game, and Carr now with 4 runs batted in the game. Raritan to face Harris. Batter ready. Harris set. Harris cranks it up. Grounded hard to short. Goodwin fields it. Flips to Kenworthy at second. And they get him to retire the side. For the Hoosiers, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They leave 2. So the Hoosiers have now taken a big lead after 4. 9-4. Hoosiers. Stovall carrying, then Kruger to bat next. Stovall leading it off. Hitting at 143. Keiseling prepared to work. The pitch. Just off the corner, a base on balls. Keiseling was trying to be a little too fine. Next up, Kansas City hitter Perring. Now Keiseling ready. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. Esmond is backing up quickly, still backing. He's under it and makes the catch. Stovall gets back to first. Kruger is the next hitter. Keiseling prepares to come home. He brings it home. Grounded deep toward the hole. McKechnie just reaches it, and he won't get off the throw. Kruger rounds first and holds. Infield hit from Kruger. Now at bat, Gilmore. He's hitting 158. Batter set. Keiseling gets set to pitch. The runners take their lead. Keiseling deals, big swing. But he got under it. Cheer drifts over. He's there, and he pulls it in. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. Goodwin getting ready to go. Not a home run threat. Goodwin stands in. Raritan crouched down now. The runners take their lead. The pitch from Keiseling. Goodwin goes down swinging. That's 3 away. For the Packers, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 2 men left on base. They had a good chance but did not cash in. We've played 4.5. Packers still down by 5. For Indianapolis, it'll be Keiseling, Campbell, and McKechnie. To get it going, Keiseling. Harris gets set to pitch. The pitch. Breaking ball, grounded hard at Perring. It's off his glove, but he recovers and throws quickly, and he's out. 1 away. Hoosiers hitter Campbell. Harris staring in, ready to work. Harris winds up. Campbell lashes one to right toward the gap. Gilmore races over it, but he won't get it. Campbell is going for 2, and there will be a play at second. The tag, safe on a very close play. Double for Campbell. That's his second double of the game. McKechnie is now up. Easterly crouched down now. Campbell now with an aggressive lead. The pitch to McKechnie. McKechnie sends this ball airmail to left. Kruger lopes after it. Should be easy. And he makes the catch. Campbell is tagging, but they're holding him at second as the throw comes in. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers. Koff ready to bat. Harris comes set. Campbell moves quietly toward third. Harris into his motion, delivers. There's a drive to right center. It might be. It could be. It is. Holy cow, did Koff ever scream that ball. So they collect two on the Koff homer, his first home run of the season, and the Hoosiers add to their big lead, outpacing the Packers 11-4. That gives Koff 5 RBI on the season for Indianapolis. The 16th hit in this game. Laporte is now up. Harris looking in at the target. He lets one go. Soft grounded to Herring. He's up with it. The throw across the diamond in time to retire the side. For the Hoosiers, 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave none, so they add to their lead. The score now stands 11-4. Hoosiers. Harris, Chadburn, and Easterly to bat next. Harris to lead it off. Raritan crouched down now. Now he comes home with it. Just off the plate. And he issues a free pass. That was Harris' first walk of the season. Chadburn up there. Keiserling gets set to pitch. Now he comes home with it. Routine grounded to second. Laporte scoops it. Double pumps, no play at second. Now he flips to Carr for the out. One away. Harris moves up. Easterly walking up the bat. He already has a hit in this game, a double. Batter ready. Keiserling prepared to work. Here comes a pitch. Hit like a shot. Laporte waves on it, but it's by him into right. Harris rounds third. The throw comes into Carr, and they're holding Harris at third. That's Easterly's second hit of the game. Kenworthy walking up the bat. On the season, Kenworthy has 3 runs batted in. Keiserling staring in, ready to work. Infield back at double play depth. Here's a pitch. High fly ball to deep right. Campbell gallops for it. Short of the warning track. Reaches up and brings it down. And he gets rid of the ball desperately. Harris is tagging. They're waving Harris in. Here comes the throw. And he's safe easily. Kenworthy picks up a sac fly and an RBI. Easterly retreats and holds first. And the Packers get another one back. Score 11-5. And Kenworthy now has 4 runs batted in on the season. Now at bat, Stovall. Keiserling staring in, ready to work. The delivery from Keiserling. Lifted to center. Not too deep. There's Koff. This should do it. He brings it down, and that retires the side. For the Packers, a run on 1 hit. 1 left on. They score, but still trailed by 6. Packers trailing 11-5, and will go to the home half. Shear, Esmond, and Carr to bat next. To get it going, Shear. Catcher Easterly sets his target. He wheels and deals. Routine grounded to Goodwin. He's up with it. Over to first, and Shear is retired. 1 down. Esmond is the next hitter. Now Harris ready. The pitch from Harris. High fly ball to center. Chadbourne drifts back. He's at the warning track. Taps the glove and brings it down. 2 away. Carr comes up the bat. Right-handed Harris goes to the set position. He wheels and deals. Fastball bounced up the middle. Kenworthy over, and it's through. Base hit for Carr. That's Carr's 4th hit of the game. And that's the Hoosiers' 17th hit. Raritan is the next hitter. Easterly sets up. The pitch. Lofted deep to center field. Chadbourne runs straight back. He's at the warning track. And he takes it in. That'll do it for Indianapolis. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 left on. Packers trailing by 6. For Kansas City, here in the 7th, Herring, Kruger, and Gilmore. Herring to lead it off, carrying a .263 average. Now Keiserling ready. Now the delivery. Herring tops it down the third baseline. It'll be a tough play for McKechnie. The off-balance peg. Yes! Got him by a stride. Sweet play by McKechnie. 1 down. Now at bat, Kruger. You don't see Art on much. Raritan sets up. Swung on, foul tip. Held by Raritan. Strikeout, 2 down. Gilmore walking up the bat. Right-hander Keiserling ready. Keiserling brings it home. On the ground, back through the box. Laporte gloves it, spins it, fires. Long stretch. Just nips Gilmore by half a step. 3 away. The Hoosiers retire the side in order. The score is still 11-5, Indianapolis, as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Okay, all you Packers fans listening at home, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back while it's root for the home team. Hey, don't man, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strike you out at the old ball game.
The Hoosiers will have Keiserling, Campbell, and McKechnie here in the 7th. Here's Keiserling to lead it off. Batter up. Easterly sets up. The pitch. It's a whiff, 1 down. Campbell walking up the bat. Now Harris ready. He lets it go. And it's pulled hard to right. Base hit. And Campbell holds with a single. 4th hit for Campbell in the game. McKechnie is up next. McKechnie ready to bat. Right-hander Harris ready. First baseman Stovall holding the runner on. Harris with the pitch. McKechnie hangs out a frozen rope. Left field. Kruger charges in for it, but he'll have to short hop it. Campbell is rounding second, and they hold Campbell up as the throw comes in. A pair of singles for Indianapolis. That's McKechnie's 2nd hit of the game. Koff to face Harris. Harris will go to work on him. Quick move to the plate. It's a shot to left center. Base hit. Kruger is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Campbell is around third. McKechnie is around second. They're waving Campbell in. Campbell scores. They're holding McKechnie at second as the throw comes into second. So Koff with a ribby single. The score now 12-5. And Koff now with 4 runs batted in the game. 20th hit for the Hoosiers. Laporte up. Right-handed Harris goes to the set position. The runners take their lead. Harris with the pitch. Laporte lofts a routine fly ball to center. Chadbourne moves under it and hauls it in. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. Next up, Indianapolis. Hitter Shear. Now Harris ready. Here's the pitch. Chopper back to the mound. Harris comes in. Picks it up. Fires to first. And gets him by a step to retire the side. The half for the Hoosiers. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2. So they extend their lead. The score now stands 12-5. Hoosiers as we head for the top of the 8th inning. Goodwin, Harris, and Chadbourne due up for Kansas City. To get it going, Goodwin. Batter ready. Keiserling poised. He wheels and deals. Slice to McKechnie. Room service bounce. The long throw to first. And they get him. And that's out number 1. Next up, Kansas City. Hitter Harris. Pitcher Keiserling set to go. Packers. Skipper Mack walking down the bench. Mack is taking pitcher Harris out of the game. Brown will pinch hit for him. Bats right. He grabs a bat and heads toward the plate. So Harris gets his innings. He pitched 7. He leaves with 12 runs on 20 hits. A homer. He stands to lose it unless the Packers can make up the 7-run deficit. Brown getting ready to go. Catcher Raritan sets his target. And now the pitch. Brown lashes one to right toward the gap. Campbell races over it, but he won't get it. Brown is going for 2, and there will be a play at second. The tag. Safe on a very close play. Double for Brown. Chadbourne getting ready to go. Chadbourne ready to bat. Keiserling looking home. Now the delivery. Lined hard to left. Base hit. Shear is racing over. He cuts it off. Rounding third, Brown. The throw comes into McKechnie, and they're holding Brown at third. Now coming to bat for the Packers, Easterly. Keiserling gets set to work on him. Infielder's back. He comes home. He pops it up. Laporte drifts back. He's under it. And makes the catch. And the runners hold. Now coming to bat for the Packers, Kenworthy. Pitcher Keiserling eyeing Kenworthy. Now he's ready. The runners take their lead. He brings it in. Kenworthy rips it down the left field line. Fair ball. Brown crosses the plate. Shear tracks it down quickly. Chadbourne is well around second. The strong throw comes into Esmond, and they're holding Chadbourne at second. So the single drives in 1, and the Packers get another one back. Score 12-6. That gives Kenworthy 5 RBI on the season. Stovall up there. Batter ready. Keiserling looking in at the target. The pitch. A little loop to the left. Shortstop Esmond might have a play. Running with his back to the plate. He twists and reaches, but it drops just out of reach. Shear tracks it down. The runners were off with a hit. Chadburn well around third. Coming down the line. He'll score. Kenworthy is heading for third. Here comes a throw. Not in time. And Stovall holds it first. Single and an RBI. So Stovall with a ribby single, and the Packers get another one back. Score 12-7. Herring is up next. Keiserling poised. Here's the delivery. There's a long fly ball. It's got a chance. Campbell races back to the wall. Leaps. Got it. Side retired. That'll do it for Kansas City. 2 runs on 4 hits. 2 men left on base. They had good chances for more, but still trailed by 5. The score now stands 12-7. Packers trail. The Hoosiers will have Esmond, Carr, and Raritan here in the 8th. Swan is coming on in relief for Kansas City. The right-hander, Swan, enters this game with a 0 ERA. This is his second appearance. He's worked 1 inning. To get it going, Esmond. Swan takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. Esmond ready to bat. Right-hander Swan ready. The pitch is on the way. Esmond turns the bat loose, but comes up empty. He's out of there. 1 away. Now coming to bat for the Hoosiers, Carr. Swan looking in. Swan winds and fires. It's drilled straight at center field of Chadburn. He's there. Whoa! It's over his head. It must have knuckled on him. He's after the ball. He's at the wall. Carr's around second. He's chugging toward third. There'll be no play on him. That ball was really smoked. Fifth safety for Carr and his first triple of the season. Raritan, bat in hand. Batter up. Swan staring in, ready to work. Packers playing for the out at first. The pitch, slow bounder up the middle. Kenworthy charges over, scoops it. Kenworthy looks Carr back. He flips to first. And they get him. 2 down. And Raritan doesn't get the job done. Here comes Keiserling to take his cuts. Swan now set. He cranks and fires. Swing and a miss. Hang up a K for Swan. Then Carr is stranded. Side retired. For the Hoosiers, nothing across. 1 left on. The score still 12-7. Hoosiers leading. For Kansas City, here in the 9th, Kruger, Gilmore, and Goodwin. To get it going, Kruger. Keiserling looking in. The pitch comes in. Breaking ball, bounced up the middle. Laporte is there. Spins, fires to first. In time for the out. And that's out number 1. Now coming up, Gilmore. Now Keiserling, ready. And the pitch comes in. Lofted deep to left field. Shear is chasing it. He's at the warning track. And he hauls it in. And that's the second out. Goodwin comes up the bat. Keiserling looking home. The pitch. It's skied. Laporte is backing up. Takes a couple of steps to his left. He stabs for it and makes the catch. And that does it. So the Hoosiers top the Packers, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McGraw. They've won by a score of 12-7. Here's the line for the Hoosiers. 12 runs on 21 hits. They committed 3 errors. They lead 9. For the Packers, 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. And they leave 9. Keiserling gets his first win. His record now 1-1. Harris takes his second loss. His record now 0-2. So that winds up this 3-game series. Hoosiers take the series. Indianapolis with 2 wins. Kansas City 1. For the Hoosiers, overall they now stand at 4-2. The Packers, overall 1-5. Bye for now, everybody. Ernie Harwell and WAPBA leaving you from Indianapolis. Hoosiers take this one from the Packers, 12-7.